Hey folks, it's Brian. It's only 9, so I've got time to do another installment of the Earth Goddesses. This one is Donandar. Not to be confused with another god that starts with D associated with Ronaldo, which we will discuss later as well. Okay, so the god of music, dance, and theater, right? Members are wandering companies traveling in garishly painted ox-drawn wagons. We're talking about a culture, a nomadic culture that's around this cult culture associated, right? Okay, so particular likes and dislikes. The cult aims to put art into every performance. The cult is associated with Ernalda, Orlanth, and Yelm, and is often worshipped as a subcult of those gods. I've only covered Ernalda so far, and Ernalda says nothing whatsoever about Donandar, right? It's not listed under the associated cults, and it's certainly not listed as a subcult. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. Anyway, so each Donandar temple is a professional company or troop and is led by a priest. Each company carries its own little shrine, and the hierarchy of the cult holds that the priest solely leads the troop. Large troops may qualify as minor temples, and even some cities will have a shrine to Donandar. Donandar better. Okay, so holy days: illusion week of dark and fire season, mobility week of water and earth season. The week. The day. There we go. The day is associated with the week. So it's freeze day during dark season, water day during water season. You know how that works, right? And the high holy day is Wednesday of harmony week of storm season. And that the troops provide free performances on each and every holy day and high holy day. And we'll get to some of that a little bit later too. Okay, so lay members. These are the workers in the troop, right? They're also usually apprentices to assigned to a particular master. Okay, they get access to training to certain skills: act, charm, dance, dodge, orate, play instrument, sing, voice mimicry, that kind of stuff. Right? Spirit magic, none. Now, that just means, right, that the troop doesn't necessarily teach them spirit magic. Okay, initiate membership. A lay member, in order to become an initiate, needs to have 90% in a cult skill and serve in the cult for 7 or more years, I'm assuming at good standards. And they can then join per the normal rules, that skill stuff, right? And they got a list of the skills they can use here. Okay, initiates must donate 1/10 of their income to a priest or any cult shrine. And that's some cross-pollination there. Okay, initiate skills for free. They get training from the troop in, act, charm, cult lore, dance, dodge, meditate, play instruments, sing, voice mimicry, worship, that kind of stuff, right? They also get free training in dex. That's nice. Spirit magic. Donandar forbids no spirit magic or sorcery. Okay, double negatives here again. How about Donandar does not forbid any spirit magic or sorcery? They provide a handful of them for free, or at half price rather. Okay, so rune magic. They have a limited scope of common rune spells. Command cult spirit, divination, extension, sanctify, summon cult spirit. Those are the only ones of the common rune spells that they know. They can, of course, learn special cult rune spells. They got a list of them here. Group dance, harmonize, switch places. I think there's a couple other ones in there that we already have rules for. Okay. The player is the rune priest. Not rune master, like we said in the last one, Bloody Tusk, which was also a priest. Yeah. Well, anyway, players direct the troops. Oh, that makes more sense for some other stuff later on. And manages the productions. Good to go. They're in charge. Okay, requirements to become a rune priest, a player of Donandar. You have to be an initiate for 5 consecutive years, I'm assuming in good standing. And you need to know 2 cult skills at 90 plus. And you must have a charisma over 15. So not 16 plus. And must pass the test of holiness. Okay. And of course, you need to have a need for a rune priest, right? Okay. Players attend both the spiritual and temporal. Players, right? The leader guys. Attend to both the spiritual and temporal needs of the troop. They must hold performances every holy day. They have to give half of their income and 30% of their time to running the troop. Make sense? Okay. Enchantments. Players can learn any of the following enchantments for the same terms as other special rune spells. Now, normally we've got this 3 caveat thing: furthering the thing, expending funds, or doing something else for the cult kind of thing, right? But we don't have that anywhere. It's just initiates can learn. So what are these terms that are the same for rune spells for initiates? Just they can learn them. Okay, I gotcha. Why the emphasis? Okay, and of course they got a limited set of enchantments there. Okay, subservient cults. I mentioned in the last one about spiritual reprisal being one of the first subservient cult things, and it's one of. Generally though, I check some other ones. Cult spirits is first. Well, there's spirits in general. Yeah, cult spirits, allied spirits, then spirits of retribution kind of stuff, and then other stuff. So, Donandar, subservient cults, cult spirits, spirits of song, spirits of music, spirits of dance. And some of these cult spirits thought to be just spiritual illusions woven by the god. That's cool. Okay. Allied spirits, typically bound to a mask or a costume or a musical instrument. Good to go. Donandar's half-brothers, 1, 2, 3 of them, are associated cults. Words mean things, right? An associated cult status grants you certain things, and in reply requires certain things. I don't think it grants certain things, right? Okay. Worship. Cultists can worship Donandar at shrines of any of his brothers. And it says that's acceptable, which implies that there are times when worshiping your deity, an associated deity's shrine, is not acceptable. I haven't seen anything about that yet. Okay. Skovari? I've got my pen goes to my Scarval. I think it's Skovari. Yeah, there it is, lowercase I. Skovari, okay. God of folk music and dance. Lusty, comedic, temples to Arnalda and the grain goddesses hold shrines to this deity. Good to go. Good things to know, right? He provides heal and glamour. Molamin. Courtly music, formal dance. Serious and stately. Yelm temples have small shrines to Molamin, and the Molamin cult provides true tune. Okay, Drogarsi. War dancing and stirring epic poetry. Temples to Orlanth hold shrines to him. That cult teaches blade sharp and coordination to the cults overall, because those are 2 of the spells that they learn. Okay. Now we have got associated cults as opposed to subservient cults. Donandar is associated with the cults of Ernalda, Orlanth, and Yelm, as described above. For this, we got the shrine piece right here, just above, right? There's also that statement earlier about Ernalda, Orlanth, and Yelm is often worshipped as a subcult thereof. Not an associate cult, a subcult. And nowhere in Ronaldo, guys, I double checked, is Donandar mentioned at all. Certainly not in the associated cult section. Okay, so Donandar is also associated with the cult of Urmal. Urmal, because there's always a clown or two in a troop, right? They provide the Urmal cult provides the special rune spell of group laughter to the troop. Okay. What spells do Ronaldo or Anthony Yelm provide? None listed. Okay. Miscellaneous notes. There's a thing here about the puppeteer troupe and about worship services being actual performances. Public's invited for free, although they are expected to sacrifice magic points. It's a worship service, right? Happy gaming.